Hey, what's up guys? It's Troy D and welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, thank you to our new subscribers. Again, we're growing at an amazing rate thanks to you guys, but also because a lot of you guys can relate to what I'm saying, and so that's really great that within just a short amount of time, everybody is getting on board on this channel. And I will promise, like I said, to keep throwing out the bangers, keep answering the questions that you guys really want to ask. So today we're going to talk about the sillage or the strength or the projection of a fragrance. And usually when people buy fragrances that are either hyped or wanted, sometimes you may end up complaining saying, you know what, this is not what I thought. I thought that this would smell like it would project, and then suddenly it's not. It's kind of soft, it's kind of weak, or it disappears. And so that's what I'm gonna answer today. So before I begin, please don't forget to hit subscribe. Subscribe right now so you can get a lot of these videos. We're trying to do it on a day-to-day basis as much as I can, if I can, but I'm trying my best. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about just the frustrations of getting a fragrance that doesn't project so well, or something that projects that well, makes you guys happy, or something that projects beastly. But mostly, I'm trying to answer the question like, Troy, why doesn't every perfume perform that way, where it's supposed to project and it's supposed to last long and it's supposed to get compliments? Well, that's because they're really not intended to do that. Actually, the whole compliment getting thing is actually a trend that has happened in recent times, when the YouTubers came out, the reviewers came out, when everybody could actually rate fragrances. Suddenly this whole compliment thing has, to me, really blown out of hand, and it's all about coming in a room and like getting everybody and then getting as much compliments as you can. But in reality, actually, this whole millions and millions of compliments isn't really what it is. Sometimes you'll get lucky if you get one or two or three, and usually they're not from a hot chick. They're probably from somebody that is just sitting there, or maybe like the secretary or somebody like a PA that has just smelled something in the air and has complimented you. That's totally not worth 50 bucks, guys, or 100 or 250. So today I'm going to explain, for a lot of you guys that are buying fragrances, especially hyped fragrances that cost a lot of money, what's the deal with the sillage and projection not being where it's at, where it's on the same level as like the compliment beasts that they keep talking about online. So I have some examples here that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to give you guys like basically what I've experienced with them and why they're effective. Because first and foremost, I'm really not looking for those beastly type compliments when I walk in the room. First, I don't really care who compliments me or not, because to be honest, if you really know that you look good and you smell great, like I said in a lot of my previous videos, it's in their head. They already know that you smell good, okay? So for somebody to actually outright come out is really like, it's really rare, you know, unless it's like a really friendly person or they're interested in like really buying your perfume. They might come out and actually say that. But in most cases, people really don't. But it doesn't mean they didn't think you smell good, okay? So just chill out on the compliments. Now, there are fragrances that I love that some people have actually either loved it or hate it when it comes to projection. One that comes to mind is Roja's Elysium. So this thing is, man, you've seen this on many lists that I have. And you know what the problem I find is that some people actually buy this thinking that it's some Aventus or Club Nuit or some pineapple bomb that actually like hits everybody. I'm going to say this right now, Elysium, I'm not going to really review this, but Elysium is not like that at all, guys, okay? This is not a projection bomb. Actually, what it does is it actually gets somebody that's around 4 to 5 feet away from you. And one thing that it doesn't do is it doesn't hit everybody. And that's really good when it comes to dinners, guys. Guys, if you're going to go to a dinner, right, with like 5 people, probably they might even have their own perfumes. Wouldn't you hate the person that just like their smell, whether it's good or not, dominates the whole atmosphere when they walk in? I would freaking hate that. Actually, I don't even know if I can eat properly if there's some sort of scent dominating the table. And so that's why there are perfumes like Elysium, which they don't really do that. They're actually quite soft but effective. When somebody is like 4 to 5 feet away, they can smell your scent, but not in a way that it really like disrupts the way they're eating, disrupts the way people are talking, right? And so, this I really love. I love this when it comes to dinners, group dinners. I'm walking in with 5 people, maybe 3 out of the 5 don't know me. So it gives a great first impression without like really creating this dense fog around everybody. Now, there are other fragrances that don't project strongly, but they have this like in and out effect. And for me, like when it comes to just experience wearing this is Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. Okay, now Ombre Leather, for example, like the leather is not supposed to hit everybody as well. It's not supposed to like suffocate everybody. But what it really does is it sort of like comes in and out, right? Like sometimes it's close to the skin and then it projects a little bit more and then comes back again. Why is this cool? Well, for example, like, I was thinking of wearing this to a wedding. I think this is really great for a wedding right now. Because, of course, when I'm in a wedding, right, I don't want to get the attention of whoever, like maybe the bride, the groom, or whoever is out there. I'm not here to get their attention. I'm here to smell good. And I'm here to sometimes, when I'm walking in front of people, they can smell it. And sometimes I'm in a one-on-one conversation at the wedding with somebody, they can still come in and smell this kind of scent. So there are scents like these. Enigma comes to mind when I think about this, where it kind of like goes in and out, in and out. And I love these kinds of scents. You know why? Because again, I'm not here to hog everybody. I'm not here to like get everybody, Tom Ford. So an example of a silage beast, for example, is Nishane Ani. Nishane Ani. So this has been like one of my new favorites, actually, one of my most grabbed for February. And this one is just like, woo, like there's an atmosphere, there's a silage around you. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is popular to all the casuals that are looking for compliments. But why would this be great? This would be great, for example, if I was on an outdoor setting with lots and lots of people. If I was doing an event and it was outdoors, or even if it was indoors, but mostly outdoors. The air when it hits you, and then you've got the atmosphere, you've got the silage. Like this one is really great, and because there's lots and lots of people, obviously I'm gonna get lots and lots of compliments. Not even compliments, but also just the neck break. I love the neck break. When people like neck break like this and they're like, who is that? They don't have to say who is that. I already know. It's already in their head, remember? I don't have to let them like come out and talk to me and be like, yo, you smell really great. Nishane Ani, for example, really great on silage, really great on getting that atmospheric bubble around you. I like this for that purpose. And finally, you have the beasts. This one is a crazy ass beast. This one is MFK Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait de Parfum. So like I said before, when I was a newbie onto this, I sprayed like 6 of this. I was freaking dumb because I sprayed it 1, 2, because I followed the directions. They said don't really spray it a lot, and I was like, I don't smell anything. So I put some more. I put like 4 more. And what happened was I choked out an entire Italian restaurant. Everybody was pretty much choked out. I've heard stories of people that, when they wear beast mode fragrances, they get kicked out of a restaurant. Why? Because they're choking everybody out. I'm pretty sure I was almost kicked out of that restaurant. But anyways, this one is a beast, for example. And I have beasts in my collection, like Erba Pura, I have the Night. And so with these, I'm knowledgeable that this is a room conqueror. So what would I use this for? Why would I have a beast mode fragrance? Well, obviously, if you want people to gravitate towards you, then use a room conqueror. But again, don't go crazy, because if you go crazy, it'll be too much. It'll choke people out. And but yeah, so this one here, if you guys are into compliments, you guys are into all that stuff, you want people to gravitate towards you, get a beast mode fragrance. And then instead of spraying like 6 times, just spray like 1 or 2. And you'll get the desired effect. So in summary, not all fragrances are like these compliment-getting silage beasts. They are made for different purposes, and because of the certain way that they're made, the notes, for example, leather, it can't really push too hard, or even the way the Roja Elysium is, it's not designed to choke everybody on the table, or it's not designed to disrupt everybody on the table. There are many fragrances that really have their own kind of usage and their own inspiration. They are not made specifically for you who is thinking that there has to be some sort of compliment thing while I'm walking around. Okay? If you want to get those types of fragrances, then look for silage beasts. Like Nishane Ani, for example, is a silage beast. But I can guarantee you this, that majority of the perfumes are really not like that. And so you'll see the same type of perfumes being talked about over and over as the Sillage beasts, but not necessarily the ones are like the greatest. Some of the greatest are actually not Sillage beasts. So I hope that answers your question, guys. I've always wanted to answer that question. I mean, I have a really wide collection, and I don't really wear perfumes for the random compliments from people at the mall. Like, I really don't do that. I wear my perfumes because I want to smell great, and I want to smell sophisticated, and I want it to match my lifestyle. So that's really why I wear or collect perfumes, and why I'm spending to buy these perfumes. I really am not going to buy a perfume just so someone along the hallway is going to compliment me. That doesn't make sense at all. I'm also here because I want to smell attractive. I want to smell attractive to a lot of people around me, my friends, my wife, you know. I want to do that. So that's why I own fragrances. So hopefully that answers your question, guys. And again, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. All right, so until then, guys, please subscribe. Peace out.